And we're here with the man of the hour, the latest commitment to the University of Michigan, and this is the big one. This is the one after which they all follow. You get the quarterback in the class, the rest come. And so Michigan has this QB1, Jadyn Davis.
Yes, sir.
First of all, Jadyn, congratulations, man. What does it feel like?
No, it's a huge relief off my shoulders. I've been going through this process for a while, but glad to call myself a Wolverine and go Big Blue. So.
Yeah, man. You know, I remember talking to you in the fall, and you were getting tired of it at that time.
Yeah.
And then you paused.
Yeah.
Take me through those moments when you were ready to go, but then you said, I got to take a break and wait to see what unfolds.
Yeah, I think I had a realization in that moment just of, is it really what I want? You know, certain schools and taking it a little bit more serious. I think I thought I knew what I want, and what I thought I wanted, I didn't want. And now I was ready, and Michigan had everything I wanted, whether it's from an academic standpoint, football standpoint, off the field development. It crossed every T and dotted every I. So.
You talked about a man-to-man conversation that Jim Harbaugh had with you and your dad.
Yeah.
This is like in the middle of all the talk about Denver.
Yeah.
This is like right before Matt Weiss, they parted ways with Matt Weiss.
Right.
What do you remember about that conversation, and what did it mean to Michigan's place in your recruitment?
Now, it was a very truthful and honest conversation. My dad, he's never been the type to sugarcoat questions with coaches. He shoots it straight forward. I do the same as well. It's kind of how I was raised. And he was honest with me, and I could tell he can't. Coach Harbaugh have a hard time lying. He really can't lie for real. He'll say no man knows the future and stuff like that. But no, it was really honest conversation. Him letting me know what the rumors were, and if certain stuff was true. And from that conversation, they stood very highly in my eyes, because it takes a lot for a head coach to tell I'm a 17-year-old kid when you think about it, to tell him what his motto is and what his motive is in certain things. And that played really big dividends in my recruitment.
And so he also said, I'm your recruiter.
Yeah.
That at least from the outside looking in, stuck out to me. Did it stick out to you?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because, that's the head coach. That's Jim Harbaugh. That's Mr. Super Bowl. That's Mr. Everything. So, now it really meant a lot, because not too many head coaches can say they said that, I'm your recruiter to a kid. So it really meant a lot to me. And I think, like I said down there, in the college program, the two most criticized people are the quarterback and the head coach. And it's good that we have that good bond, because we're going to be the ones getting hated and praised at the same time. So now Coach Harbaugh, that's my dog, and I run through a brick wall for him.
So, when you told him, or when he found out that it was happening, what was the react? Take me through that part.
Yeah, you could tell it was almost like emotional, bro. It was different. But it looked like a huge, relief off his shoulders. He told me he pretty much bet the program on me. And that meant a lot to me, because I feel like I've had to do that a lot of places, and this is another opportunity. Obviously, it's a bigger stage, but I feel like God wouldn't give me this position if I wasn't ready for it. So I'm ready to get to Ann Arbor, earn the respect of my teammates, earn the job, and go win a national championship.
I know a part of Michigan being in this place with you is due to Matt Weiss. You had a great relationship with him. He did a great job recruiting you, but they obviously parted ways. Right. You had to find your way with another quarterback coach.
Yeah.
So you talked to Kirk Campbell on the phone, then you met him in person.
Yeah.
Your impressions of Kirk Campbell and what he's meant to your recruitment.
Yeah, shout out Coach Weiss, but Coach Weiss and Coach Campbell is complete opposite. Me and Coach Weiss grew to have a better relationship when it came to speaking and things of that sort, and he honestly became one of the best recruiters for me. But Coach Campbell, he's very social. I got to meet his daughter Riley and his wife Lauren, and loved them as well. She made me some cookies that was pretty good, so that was cool. But now Coach Campbell's a very personable guy. He tells me that family is his biggest thing. And just the kind of man he is, you can kind of look a man in his eye and tell him his true character and his true motives, and everything about Coach Campbell was right in my eyes. That's all I really had to see. Obviously, they were already high on my board, but I'm a big kind of vibe guy. So if I can't vibe with you in the quarterback room, I'm not going there. And I vibed with him pretty well. Me and the quarterbacks in the room vibe well. Everybody from JJ to Alex to Jadyn. It's a new guy that just got in from Indiana as well. So, we were playing sevens, hooping during a 3-hour quarterback meeting. So those are my guys, man. That really played a big part, honestly, how I vibe with the quarterbacks already there, how I, vibe with the guys that's already in the locker room as well. Because, all the glitz and glamour is cool, but, bro, if you don't got to respect them guys in that locker room who you're going to war and going to battle for, you could kiss it goodbye. So.
Yeah, it reminds me a lot. I've been knowing JJ and following him for, even a little bit longer than I've been following you.
Yeah.
But I see the same things, man, with the way that you connect with your team, the way that you lead, the way that you lead older guys, man. And so have you talked to JJ a lot about his process? Have you gleaned a lot, and what's your relationship like with JJ?
Well, JJ was shocked that I'm able to drag it out this long. He said he was ready to get over with quickly. But now we always talk. We just had heart-to-heart conversation. He told me, bro, if you don't come to Michigan, there's no hard feelings. I'm gonna be here for you regardless. You know, obviously his father and my father have a great relationship. Me and him are like close brothers. He's really a big brother to me. And anytime I have a question, he'll send me a paragraph and answer every part of the question. Won't leave one thing unanswered. So JJ has been a true role model for me in how to handle this process. I'm a true class act, how to take care of teammates, how to be the face of a program like Michigan. And shout out Big JJ. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who committed sooner. I think he did commit sooner.
Oh, he definitely committed sooner. He definitely committed sooner. Yeah.
All right. So your parents, man, your family.
Yeah.
I know family is big. But tell me about what that support has meant to you, and especially your dad, man, who, I mean, every place you wanted to go,
he took me.
Any school you wanted to look at, he took you. So what about your fam? What about your people?
Man, talking about my family is, I almost get emotional sometimes, man, because, you know, I come from a really big family, and they sacrifice everything to put me in this position, and then none of that goes unnoticed. And I promise, you know, in a couple years, I'm gonna repay it back to them. They'll never have to work another day in their life. So. Family means everything to me. You know, all this recruiting, top-rated quarterback, all this stuff is cool. But you know, if you don't got people in that household that supports you and behind you, man, it don't really mean anything to me. When I was the number one, quarterback in the country, number one recruit, it was fun. But if you don't got the people that support you, it really don't mean nothing. And, once I, dropped in the rankings per se from politics, it truly showed me people's true character. And the people that didn't change was the people that was in the household. And that's who's always going to have my priority at the end of the day. That's who really matters to me is family. And I'm excited to call Michigan my family as well now, too.
All right, so let's wind this down. One of the things I appreciate about you, man, you always keep it real, always candid. So you said one of the reasons why you jumping into class right now is because you want to build it.
For sure.
You're going to go after other guys.
That's right.
So let's talk about who you're going. Give me the list, man. At least right now, the guys that you know that you're going to be hitting right now off the rip.
Yeah.
Current teammates aside.
Yeah.
Who are you going for?
Brian Robinson, Walt Claire Flynn, everybody. I want Jeremiah Smith. Everybody. Everybody. From JoJo Trader, I want Stacey Gage. I want literally everybody you could think of. And I'm going to get them. It ain't got to be no hoop and holler and rah-rah. If you want to play with me, play with me. If you want to play with them, play with them. But best believe you're going to bust that, you know what. So.
Did you get a feeling when you guys were on campus, 17th, Jordan Marshall committed?
Jordan Marshall, that's my guy.
Yeah, so did you get the feeling that any of those other guys were on the bird?
For sure, because you could just see the smiles on their face. I don't think one time they didn't have a smile on their face. We went out that night. I had a lot of fun, but, man, those my guys.
So Brady pre-scoring?
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Blake Frazier?
Yep.
Okay.
Linemen, all of them. I want them all. Hell, we can make room on the team.
So let's close it out talking about your teammates.
Yeah.
And I know if you're recruiting guys off your team, you got to recruit the guys on your team. So let's start with Shipp. He said he's looking hard at Michigan. He's looking to get back up there on the OV. What about Shipp?
Man, Shipp, that's a real brother for me. We've had conversations outside of football that'll forever be one of my closest friends. He has the craziest catch radius I've ever seen. Sometimes I just throw it anywhere just to see if he can get it, for real. But now playing with him here, we have a great chemistry on and off the field. I think that's what really makes a quarterback and receiver close. And I just throw it up to Shipp, and I know he's going to have a chance to come down with it. I like his shot over anybody else. So I think he's a guy that his freshman year he can come and impact, really. He's dominating the top corners and all this stuff in the country. So he just gets that shine and that opportunity, man. Shipp going to do what it do. That's my guy for real.
All right, so Channing has known more about Michigan because of his family lineage. But you've obviously grown a bond with him as your receiver here, Michigan recruiting him hard. Yeah. What about your job getting him to try to follow you?
Nah, Channing, that's my dog now. We done been together since middle school. Shout out Coach Goody, fellow blue brother now.
Right.
But nah, Chan, man, that's the chillest dude, one of the chillest dudes I know. One of the most quiet but humble but killer dudes I know. Like if we had cattle posts and you tracked his mileage of what he does in practice, mixed with the games, mixed with track, mixed with everything, you'll probably say he's trying to kill himself, bro. He's one of the hardest workers I know. That's truly family right there. I consider each one of these guys at the school a family. And Channing, that's my brother for life. Been together since 8th grade, and hadn't grown apart one bit.
All right, so you're gonna be recruiting him, and then of course Big Dave. He said
that
you're his body. That's
that's
exactly what he said.
Try it if you want to.
He
Big
said,
Dave
that's my bodyguard.
Yeah.
So Lil Dave, I guess, is what y'all call him around here, but Big Dave to us.
Yeah.
Michigan was his first offer. He's farther out as a 25, but what about recruiting him? And what do you think Michigan? Where do you think they stand with him?
Well, if you look at who get paid the most in the NFL, it's usually a quarterback and a left tackle, and there's a reason for that. And Big Dave, I've never had to worry about my blind side with Big Dave. So if I get him up there, I'll never have to worry about put Chase Young out there. I'm not worrying about nothing. That's my dog. If I'm walking with Big Dave, you better not try nothing, brother. And I'm never not walking with Big Dave. But that's my dude. Has one of the most humble guys I know. Could light up a room with a smile. You wouldn't know he was the #1 recruit if he wasn't that big. Like, he'd walk in here and be one of the most chillest dudes for real. That's my guy. Funny off the field for real. He's just a big kid. I think people forget that he's 14, 15 years old, and he's 6'6", how much we weigh. But Big Dave, that's my dude. Love everything about him and his family. Love, I guess, Big Dave and then
right.
Big Dave. But
right.
Big Dave, my dog, he gonna be my teammate though.
If you can you zoom in on his shirt real quick? Because I believe you have a new line, some merchandise, right?
Come on now. So get y'all merch at JadynDavisOfficial.com. We got the shirts that my family was wearing in the commitment, along with the Go Blue shirt, the Michigan edition. So all you Blue fans, go get it. All you other school fans, go get it as well. You can burn it. I can care less. You
right.
pay for it. Please come get the shirt. It truly goes appreciated. It took a lot to get here. Shout out to my parents and my team for putting it together, and I just pretty much put it on. I'm just a face show for it. But y'all go get y'all merch at JadynDavisOfficial.com, and it's one love over here.
All right, and then play out the last season. You got recruiting behind you. You coming off a state championship.
Yeah.
Play out the last year of your high school career for Jadyn Davis.
Well, it's going to start on a high with us playing in Bank of America Stadium on August 19th and looking to go take that one home. That game is, I'm not playing I'm playing to get drafted in that game. So, it's a lot riding on that game, being it's a school from North Carolina and South Carolina, two big powerhouses. So God willing, we win that, and we're going to put in the work to do that as well. God willing, we go undefeated this year and bring back another ring to Sardis Road. And we're not talking about the school down the street, Sardis Road. We're talking about our Sardis Road. But we trying to do this back to back to back. I'm a big team accolade guy. I'm not really individual awards because I feel like football is such a team game that once you do good with your team, everything else will come into fruition. So all the Gatorades and all that's cool. I'm extremely eternally grateful for it. I just want to win with my team one last time. Truly, just take a pause and enjoy the moment. Just live in the moment. Now that I'm committed, know what school I'm going to, and just take everything in.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks a lot, man. Jadyn Davis.
One love.